It's Sunday, January 7th, 2024, and I want to recap yesterday's Haftarah in 3 minutes. It's for the Parsha of Shemot. It is the first Torah reading for the second book of the five books of Moses, Exodus. And it comes from the book of Isaiah. Isaiah was speaking while still in Jerusalem. The temple that King Solomon built is still standing. So this is prior the horrific exile that happened to the Jewish people. And the Haftarah is talking about that the Israelites and the Jewish people are bending the rules just a little bit too much. So they're getting castigated and warned. It starts off by saying, listen, you went to Egypt, things were going well, the tables turned, and you know what happened to get out of there. The Exodus. And we read this Haftarah because both the Torah reading and the Haftarah start off with the words Haba'im Yashresh, that the ones that came, they inherited, they benefited, they grew. So now we're looking at the famous situation where Professor David Rosenfeld said to me that he had written a book on how to break bad news to people. And what happened is the Haftarah has Isaiah the prophet asking, says, can somebody explain something to me? Literally, it says, et mi yodea de, et mi yored dea. The whom should the prophet give instructions to? There's nobody there to listen. Ve'esmi yavin shmua. And even if I'm speaking, who's comprehending what I'm saying? That these people are like babies, that they are who are weaned, gimulei mechalav, weaned from milk. So he explains kitzav latzav, principle by principle, tzav latzav, it's onomatopoeia, kav lakav, kav lakav. So here the Navi is explaining how to break bad news to people. If he hits them too hard, they're going to just push back or they're not going to listen. But he is showing us what he has on his hands. How am I going to tell these people? They are doing idol worshiping. They're not behaving monotheistically. They are doing syncretism and polytheism. How do I get them to listen? And it says, and it repeats it. Repetition in the next pasuk. Tzav latzav, kav lakav. It's almost like you don't even have to speak Hebrew to understand it. And that here it is saying that these people will then listen carefully. In an very unusual Haftorah, it jumps to the next chapter. And Haftorahs don't end on a down note. They always end with a positive answer to the question, why did we read this Haftarah? It's because it makes us feel positive and have hatikvah, have hope. So I'm thanking Isaiah for the lesson he taught me on how to break bad news to people. Shavua Tov. Have a good week.